All right. Well, thank you very much for having me, and thank you, Traders Talk. Looks like a great event going on. Hopefully, everyone has been enjoying the day in trading. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk about what is a 2-hour trader and how to double your income at your free time. And it's been a very popular topic. I've been talking about it for several months right now. A lot of people like the interest of what's this 2-hour trading about? Well, what are you talking? How do you become a 2-hour trader? Everybody wants to be a 2-hour trader, but no one understands how to do it or what's involved and how to go about doing it. So anyway, regarding about who I am and how I do things and everything else. Before I do that, guys, do we have any day traders out there now? Just out of curiosity, anyone out there day trading right now? Couple of you are? Okay, good, good, good. All right, so let me just tell you a little bit about myself because I want you to understand something. I'm a human just like you, okay? I was I've been doing this for 25 years. I started the first online educational school in the industry. And back then, 25 years ago, the only way to kind of learn how to trade, you had to work for a brokerage firm. So how I got into the trading industry is this. I started trading on my own, like most people that try to do this, and I blew up about 3 accounts. And you all know, some of you, listen, let's be honest with each other. We've probably all done it time and time, here and there. But when it comes to trading, when you don't have proper education, you try to, do trading. Honestly, I was pretending, okay? But I did learn something very valuable. I live here in New York, and this is the financial capital of the world, and I see people like making so much money in the market. I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? And it was very simple. I asked these people, how do you know how to trade this and that? And they're like, well, who do you work for? They ask you. Oh, I'm just doing it on my own. I'm like, and they look at you and they laugh. They're like, wait a minute. So you're pretending to act like your own doctor? You're actually going out there and trying to figure out how to trade? Would you give your money to somebody that never knew how to trade? Learned how to trade? And like, of course not. Then, well, what makes you any different? So eventually it sunk in, and thank God I knew some people in the industry, and I was able to get a job as a professional trader. And let me just tell you this. What I've learned on the first day on the job, I should have never made my first trade. And that's what you're about to see. Okay. I'm going to show you something, guys, that is going to be quite disturbing. You're going to see something that maybe some of you never heard of, like level 3 trading, understanding how to follow high frequency trades and how to read a chart. Very simple. So, and hopefully after what you see what I'm about to show you, you're going to give me the opportunity to hopefully maybe get the chance to see what it's like to do it live in the market. Because you know what, everyone can go out there and show some great PowerPoints, right? And it's always we show the best of the best, but can you walk the walk like you talk the talk, people say? And I'm going to do that. So just be patient with me. As long as you're patient, listen, you got great presenters here today. You all should listen and buy a little bit from everyone. But let me just tell you one thing that I'm going to tell all of you here. You all need a mentor. And let me tell you, it might be more than one. All right. So you want to do this right, do it right, or do yourself a favor. Don't do it at all. Go back to work. Go work to 10, 12 hours, whatever it is. I know some of you may be retired. I don't care. Just do yourself a favor. It's a lot more easier and more comfortable going out there and giving your money to somebody else if you're not going to do it right. And that's what it come down to be. Now, just to let you know, here at Cyber Trade University, I started the original online trading room. Okay. Now, the reason how I got into the education business, people always ask me, and they says, Fausto, I've seen you've been a 12-time world champion. You beat every school. You got a book out there, and that's all great, guys. But at the end of the day, that doesn't make you money. I'm not here to brag. I'm not here to tell you, I'm the best. I make the best this, but you know what? That doesn't make you money. What makes you money is if I could teach you how to make money, the only way you're going to know that is watching other people that I've trained what they do it. But before you even waste your time doing that, let's go out there and see what it's like to go out there and learn how to do it the right way. Because let me tell you, from looking at this photo right here, listen, great traders never stop learning. They're no different than people like you and I. They're border control people, they're cowboys, engineers, grandmas, grandpas, just everyday people just like you, okay? And let me tell you, There's one thing that they all have a passion as much as you. They love trading, but you got to learn how to do it right. So let me introduce you to my family. The reason why I'm showing you this photo is because my dad taught me a long time ago. He says, son, if when you grow up, you're gonna have a family, and the biggest thing you want to do is you want to spend a lot of time with your family. Okay, try to find a job that gives you the luxury that you can come and go whenever you please, just like what today's topic's about, the 2-hour trader. Just go out there and try to spend more time with your family. Try to find a job that gives you the freedom to come and go whenever you please. I'm like, Dad, that sounds like a dream come true. And he says, yes, and there's a lot of people out there that have found it. You just have to go and do it. And they found it. It was called trading. Okay, so what you find out in trading is you can come and go whenever you want. You could do it anywhere in the world. You just got to know how to play the game. That's all you got to do is know how to play the game. That's all it is. And the way I've learned is this. You cannot be a successful trader trading by yourself. Okay, and when I first took my job, I realized that I was just in a room in my basement with my 4 monitors, thinking like, oh look, I got this, I got that, I got this technology, I got that technology. That technology is worthless if you don't even know how to even trade. Learn how to be disciplined. Learn how to take losses. Learn how to bounce ideas back and forth with other traders. So what we do here at Cyber Trade University is not only do we teach you how to trade, but we also trade with you. And that's what makes things why people love us so long. That's why I've been doing it for 25 years. So what I'm looking to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm looking to recruit people that I could personally teach you how to make money. Because let me tell you something. The only reason why I'm here is I'm here to train people that can help me make money. Because people always ask me, says, Fausto, you're such a great trader. Why do you teach? The reason why I'm teaching is because if I don't teach people how to trade like me, how am I going to make money? That it's all about a team effort. Okay, it's not about the cost of the education. It's not the cost of the technology. It's the cost of finding people that have a passion just like you that you could work with and you can make money with, like in today's volatile markets. Now, I personally like to day trade. Okay, and the reason why I like to day trade is because it allows me to sleep at night. Now, there's a very, very big difference, guys, between day trading, swing trading, and options trading. Okay, swing trading is a lot riskier because you're holding positions overnight. Options even more riskier because you're dealing with bigger spreads, you're holding positions overnight, and you're dealing with leverage. Day trading, I found, has been the least risky because it's strictly momentum. You just make your days pay, and that's it, and you can go to sleep at night. It doesn't matter what we trade or anything else. So I do some swing trading, I do some options trading, but that is second and third protocol. Okay, that's not my first. When I come in the morning, I don't say, okay, what swing trade I'm going to put on. That's not how I trade. That's how I was trained. And by the way, if you watch any of the financial stations on TV, you'll see, like, for example, CNBC. They have the floor in the New York Stock Exchange. We think those guys are doing down there. They're day trading. And that's how things go about. So I'm going to talk a little bit about day trading. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it is and the tools that you need. But first things first, guys. Why is trading such a big failure rate? And I think that's the fear I want to put in everyone's eyes. Okay, because I really want to make sure this is for you or not. This, I've done hundreds of presentations around the world. I've been to China, I've been to Europe, Canada, all over the US, and one thing that really bothers me is when I look in your eyes and I see people starving for education, starving to learn how to do things right, and the biggest mistake that they make is they open up with the wrong brokerage account. Okay, now here in today's event, okay, we all know why we're here. We're not here to spend, we're here to spend a little money to learn, but you're really kind of here interviewing people. I mean, that's the way I look at it, right? I mean, why? Listen, if you're here trying to get some ideas and think you're going to take, oh, I'm going to listen to what Fausto does and all the other presenters, and I'm going to go out there and copy and trade what they're doing and follow their YouTube. Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you think you're going to get stuff for free, nobody could teach you how to trade for free, okay? Listen, if that was the case, why are we paying $70,000 to go to college? Okay, why do we pay high taxes to go to schools? Why is the school free? Why isn't college free? Nobody works for free, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that's free is the cheese in the mousetrap, and we all know what happened to the mouse. All right. So the number one biggest mistake I want all of you guys to know is opening an account with the wrong brokerage account. That now obviously, how does that help you with my style of trading? I'll tell you how it helps, because if you're looking for online brokers, you can't be a professional trader worrying about ticket charges. Okay, you can't be a professional trader because, ooh, I got an account with Fidelity. They're a good company. They advertise. I see they got these beautiful booths. Guys, Ford Mustang builds a great car. But if you want to race the Indy 500, you think you're going to win with a Ford Mustang? You probably kill yourself. You know, so you don't need common sense to tell you that. Trading is no different. So just to let you know, the number one biggest mistake, and I think everybody here would agree with me, is that you open an account with the wrong brokerage firm. So don't worry about brokerage accounts. Don't worry about anything. Okay, if you have it already open, whatever it is, what it is. First, let's find out what kind of trader you want to be. Let's learn how to trade, and then let your mentor advise you who'll be the right fit for you. And let me tell you, there's a lot of great brokerage firms, but there's a lot of bad ones out there. And let me just tell you this, what you probably don't know is that brokerage firms trade against you. Think about it. Why would I not be in the business where you get 80% of the failure rate? So do you know brokerage firms are actually, taking the bet that you're going to lose? So when you're thinking like, are we that ignorant that we think, oh, but I get paid $4.95 a ticket? Do you think they have that billion-dollar building on Park Avenue, Manhattan, making $4.95 on you? Come on, are we that ignorant, ladies and gentlemen? They're making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your trade. They're trading against you, okay? That's what they're doing. And they're doing things that are called payment for order flow. Just, you know what? Write that down. Payment for order flow. Call your online broker, and I want you to do yourself a favor, okay? You probably, hopefully you're not in denial. Write that down, payment for order flow. Go see what that's all about, and you're going to realize that you've been trading blind, and you're going to see that brokerage firms, what they're doing is they're just selling your order to somebody else and basically making money off you. Listen, there's nothing illegal about it. It's perfectly legal, and you know what? What is what it is. You just gotta know the facts. Listen, I like online brokers. I'll be honest with you. I like them for my investments, long-term trades, but to be an active trader, when you start realizing and saying, when you start realizing like, wait a minute, why would I go with this company when the other company gives it to me for free? Okay, because you're actively trading professionally versus not doing anything in a blue moon. That's why. So that's what you have to find yourself. You have to find yourself to know what kind of trader you are. So let's begin on let's get into the education part of it now. Now that you know why people fail, now let's on 50%, now let's talk about the other 50% where Cyber Trading University comes in. Now, the thing when it comes to trading, ladies and gentlemen, what we do here at Cyber Trading University is we teach you how to trade momentum. What that means is that when you have a stock like SYMC that's down 33%, which some of you be like, I never heard of that stock before, what it does. Oh, why is it down? Who cares? If you shorted it, okay, at 25 and you cover it at 22 and you make $3, times that by 1,000 shares, you're talking $750,000 if you do that every year. Okay, you don't got to make the $10 move. You don't got to make the $3 move. Hey, maybe you made 50 cents. But the question is, how do we find stocks like SYMC? How do we know they were going down? How do we know they're going up? Well, here at Cyber Trading University, what we do every morning is, I'm just out of curiosity, do any of you guys ever trade pre-market? Anybody have access to the pre-market trading or trading with a trading firm that does that? I mean, I don't see that many yeses. I see a lot of no's. Think about it. Most of the money that we make in trading is between 8:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, actually 30 minutes before the market even opens up. Now, how do we know these stocks are moving? Well, we use things like our big percentage gainers and losers, and we find stocks of 72%, 64%. I mean, some would be happy if you could just make 1% a day. Could you believe that there's stocks up 72%, 13, 50? There's so many of them out there. So what we do at Cybertrade University is we run our professional trading room. We all look what's moving in the market. We do a live audio broadcast, and we just all work together like a team. Okay, listen, you're not here to watch, oh, Fausto, what do you think of this? That, it's not what I think. It's me teaching you how to think. You got to think for yourself. That's what becomes very successful. So, you know, I mean, here's a couple of traders that traded stocks like SYMC and pre-market. Look at this thing. That stock tanked, okay, and got crushed. By the way, anyone see the SYMC? Anyone saw what happened with the stock got crushed from 31 down to 19? Anybody see that stock? Anybody get it on the bounce? You know, right here, when it hit 19 in pre-market, it went from 1940 to 21. Great move. Think about it, just from 8:30 to 9:15 in pre-market. Here's some of the timestamps of our students. Here's Andrea. He's holding above 20.42. John made 45 cents. Andrea made nice call out on Dana and Lita. He made 60 cents. See how the traders are working with themselves? That's how you make money. Working with people like yourself that speak the language, and working with mentors that will coach you through it. Nice big move. And look, look all the money they made, and it's not even 9:30 in the morning yet. All this money was made right smack in the middle. So how do we find these stocks? How do we know they're going up or going down? Well, first of all, it's about having the right tools, which we're going to talk about. Time and sales, real-time charts, level 3, big percentage gainers and losers. Now, people always ask me, say, well, how do you have the right tools? How do you know how to follow how do you know things are going up and down? Well, the first thing I was trained is this, okay? Now, this is where things are going to get a little disturbing with you, and I think sometimes I feel people get a little intimidated when I'm about to tell them. But you need to come to a reality check, okay? Because that happened to me on the first day on the job. First thing you have to understand is that you have to follow the smart money. If you think for a second that you're smarter than Blackstone, Goldman Sachs, Shearson Lehman, Merrill Lynch, then guys, you're in the wrong business, okay? You think you're gonna beat these guys? Are you kidding me? Do you ever go to their offices? Do you see how much money they have? How much buying power? You think you're gonna outsmart them? Come on. You can't outsmart them, but you know what you can do? You can follow them. You could join them. You could see what they're doing. You could be part of their private club. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, how do you do that? Well, that's what I'm going to show you what Cybertrade University teaches our traders. What we do, ladies and gentlemen, is have something called level 3. Now, does anyone here have level 3 quotes? And have heard of it? Do you have it? Just give me a quick yes or no. Don't want you guys to kind of get lost, but anyone here have those levels? Anyone have level 3? Nobody here has level 3. That's good. I'm glad you said no. You know what I mean? If you said yes, it's great. One person, Eastman has level 3. Everyone says no. Guys, don't be scared. I'm not gonna pick on you, Mike, Bill, Jim. Nobody's gonna rat you out to your spouse. Trading their money without you knowing what they're doing. Which is, if I knew my wife was doing that, I would just totally. I don't even know what I would do, okay? Maybe I even divorce her, to be honest with you. I worked so hard my whole life to save money towards a pension, and then she's gonna go out there and trade it because she doesn't want to get a job or think because she knows how to trade on her own. Listen, I love my wife, but at the end of the day, if she was gonna trade my money that I worked so hard for 40 years and trade my pension and my IRA without proper education, I don't care how old I am, she's done. And the reason why I'm saying that, guys, I'm just being very straightforward. Why would you do that to your spouse? Why would you trade something but not having the right idea? So let me just show you, which is about to change your life and the whole perspective that you've been trading blind ever since you stepped into this meeting at 11:30. There are 3 different levels of trading: 1, 2, and 3. Now let me explain to you what they are. Level 3 gives you 20 times more data than level 2. And what level 1 is, all level 1 is telling you is what the price of the stock is doing. So if anyone wants a quote on a stock, that's it. It just tells you what the price. Micron Technologies, 45.80. But it doesn't tell you who's buying it. It doesn't tell you how many shares are looking to be bought and sold. It doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you what the stock's doing. Now, some level 2 was pretty big in the early 90s. Now it's obsolete. It used to be good, but it doesn't give you as much data as it used to. It only basically tells you who's buying it at 48.88. That's it. Doesn't tell you how many shares he wants to buy and all the orders. Now, level 3 is going to tell you everything. It's going to tell you who's out there, who's buying it, how many shares. So now you're getting to see what's called the total book of orders. Now you get to see where the institutions are. Now you get to see where, Warren Buffett is placing his order. You get to see everything. Okay, it's all public information. Now, does anyone here know how to read a chart? That's the first thing people learn. Actually, believe it or not, this was the last thing I was trained to read. They're like, Fausto, no charts, okay? I'm like, why not? You'll see why. The chart gets its data from orders, what happened in the past, not indicative of the future. So here we have an example. We're looking at a stock, ADS, and it went from 1650 all the way down. In about 10 minutes, it drops down to 1580. And then from 1580, the stocks, you see the candlesticks are starting to go up. Now the stock is trading at 16. Now, why did the stock go from 1650 all the way down to 1580? Okay. Now, look at over here on the left-hand side. We are looking at buy orders. Okay, this is IQ actually. I'm sorry. This is IQ, stock symbol IQ. There is a buyer of 31,000 shares at $15.78. Now listen, there are buyers of 200, 500, 800 at 1581, but there is a big significant buyer, right? There's actually looks like there's even more at a little bit, at 1580, but between 1580 and 75, you got a lot of shares. Now if you break 75, now you get 300, 400. So it looks like somebody's got a lot of limit orders out there to buy. Well, guess what? Look what happened to the stock. If you saw those orders, you would have knew exactly why it bounced there, because there's a big demand. Here's another example. Look at this stock, Pandora. Stock goes from $7 and it goes all the way to a high around 725, and in a matter of 30 minutes, had such a tough time breaking 725. And you know what? If you didn't get at 725, look where it is now, 685. And the reason why I was having a tough time breaking that 725 resistance, because there was a guy of 18,000 shares that was sitting out there selling. How many of you here trade 18,000 shares? How many of you guys trade 30,000 shares? I'm just curious, how many shares you guys trade at all? What's your average share size? 100, 200, 500? What is it? I tell you one thing, it's not 18,000, right, guys? So whose side would you want to be on? 100 shares. Listen, Lewis, there you go. So who's going to trust everybody? You're going to trust Lewis's 100 share order, Fausto's 1,000 shares, or Goldman Sachs' 18,000 shares? Okay? Remember, what makes support and resistance levels? Buying and selling. Okay, let's look at this. Is this stock going up or going down? Let's have a little question here. Guys, what do you think the stock's doing, going up or going down? Let's see if you can answer this question. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. I'm not going to rat you out to your spouse yet. What do you think? Up or down? What do you think? Down, 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 down. Okay, good. You know what? By looking at the chart, I totally agree. The stock is going down. Okay? Easy enough, right? Now, that's right, DT. Now when we implement the level 3, let's just make sure. Well, when I'm looking at level 3, the left of the buyers, the right of the sellers. Now the stock is trending down. Now when does a stock tend to stop? At a support level. What makes support levels? Buyers. And I noticed that there's a buyer of 50,000 shares at $35.50. So basically how much you're talking of a 50,000 share order out there? 50,000 times 35.50. It's about $1.7 million. Chump change, right? Well, guess what? When you said the stock was going down, you were right. But when it got to that 35.50 price range right here, what did the stock do? It ended up going back up. How many times when you bought a stock, as soon as you bought it, the thing goes down. As soon as you sold it, it goes up. You think like somebody's watching you. Well, did you watch the orders? Did you see the buyer was sitting out there for 50,000? And by the way, this is a 1 minute chart. You had 1, 2, 3, 4. You had 5 minutes, 5 whole minutes to figure it out that that guy was not budging. How many of you here are watching the 50,000 share buyers that are out there on a trade? Here, let's do one. Let's do another one. Where's the resistance levels on this stock? Let's have a little fun. Where do you guys think there's resistance levels on OMER? $25 stock. Let's see how you guys could answer this one. Where's the resistance levels? Well, what makes resistance is sellers. The sellers over here on the right. Okay? Well, when we look down, if you said $25, you were correct. There's a 70,000 share order out there, and there's made up, by the way, that's made up of 37 people. Okay? So it's not just one person. Now, what happened when the stock's at 25? Here you're looking at a stock going up, right? Well, obviously it's going to stop. Do you need a chart to tell you that the resistance levels is 25? Because now the stock is trading at 24.52. Did you need a chart to tell you that? I don't think so. Follow the orders. Look what happened. OMA bounces off resistance. You had what? 10, 20, almost 30 whole minutes to get out of that trade. Look at that. 30 minutes. Stock goes right up. You all think it was going to go up? And it was all built on that 50,000 share seller. Follow the money. That's all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is follow the money. Now, what we call this, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cybertrade University is called iceberg orders. Now, the reason why we call them iceberg orders is because what iceberg orders, everyone always looks at what's on top. They don't realize it's not what's on top of the water, so it's on the bottom. That's how the Titanic sank. Didn't have radar and looked at the bottom. You want to be cheap? No problem. Don't want to buy radar and you want to go around, play around where you see icebergs? Great, no problem. Try to get close to this thing and see how that works out for you. You see, all you have to do is follow the money. Okay, now to learn more about level 3 trading, I'm going to invite all of you to come to our Cybertrade University portal, and all of you be able to watch a couple of good videos that we built over the years, and you get to sample it. How do you acquire access to level 3? It was told to me level 3 is only available to market makers. Marty, let me ask you this. Who trained you? Who told you that? Okay? Who told you that? Because that is a false narrative. Listen, Marty, I'm going to give you my email address. And let me see. Actually, I can't put it. But anyway, I'll post up a little bit, and everybody has access to it, okay? Everyone has access to it. Now, next question people ask me, it says, oh, yeah, I heard about these, and how do you know they're real orders? I heard they're fake orders. First of all, there's nothing fake about an order. You can't put fake orders out there. Now, you could cancel an order, but how do you know they're real? Follow time and sales. Just follow and see if those orders get executed. Because let me just tell you something. What makes a chart move is the time and sales window. You see, there's a couple of windows that you have to implement. You see the orders. You see what happens when you get to that order, and you got to see, does someone buy it? Does the order get executed? Does the guy cancel? That will give you a sense of direction if stocks break supports and resistance levels. It all starts with time and sales. It all shows you by having color coordinated, if the transactions are on the bid and offer. By the way, this applies towards all different markets, futures, Forex options, day trading, swing trading, everything. You need to have your time and sales window. Like for example, Twitter, this trend is going up. Look at the time in sales, 46,000, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Just You see the orders are getting executed, and as these orders are getting executed, it's feeding it to the chart. And that's why these traders make money. Just like on the short on US Steel. Look at the traders, how they're working together. Look how they're actually trading together. Look how they're following orders. They could see it actually happening. That's what it's all about. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the whole idea about trading is shadowing the market makers and following the smart money. Once you think for a second that you're smarter than everyone else, I'm just telling you right now, guys, you're going to lose. You're wasting your time. And believe me, the only reason why I know that is because I really care for a lot of you here. I know you guys work so hard your whole lives to save so much money, to work, and finally you have the opportunity to get the greatest job in the world, but you gotta, you can't try to figure it out. You gotta learn how to do it first. Do market makers add false potential orders and then cancel them? Roger, of course they do. Of course they do, and that's the great thing about it. You could see it. And that's the beauty about having the right tools. And that's how you become very successful. But when you're going out there, guys, and you're trying to trade the market and trying to, add a gazillion indicators and just other than if you just kept things simple and learn the simple way, looking at a simple chart, then you could implement certain indicators down the road. But remember, there's no secret sauce out there. There is no fountain of youth out there. If you're looking for a crystal ball, you're looking at the wrong place. I like being chauffeured around, but I still, but it's a lot. I'd rather drive my own car. You got to have the right tools when it comes to trading. So what we do at Cybertrade University, guys, is that, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking for serious traders, okay? The reason why I'm here is that I'm not just here to educate you guys and try hopefully convince a lot of you not to move forward in trading if you're not going to do it right, because all you're going to do is blow up your money, you blow up your account. Because listen, it's an 80% failure rate. You can look it up online. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm telling you why people are failing. They're opening up with the wrong brokerage account. They're getting false information. They're not learning from the right people, or most of them technically just being self-taught. That's basically what they're doing. But here at Cybertrade University, what we're looking to do is we're looking to trade with you. We're looking that we could educate people that could join our trading room that have a passion to trade, so we could work together with you so we could all make money together, because that's 1% of the market. Because at the end of the day, guys, you don't want to be this kid. All right. So with that said, let's think about this for a second, because I got about less than 10 minutes to go. So I want to give you time to guys answer some questions. I think I have 45 minutes. Potential income. Did you guys ever thought about this for a second? If you pull out 50 cents, 50 lousy little stinking little cents, 50 cents on 1,000 shares, that's $500 a day. That's a six-figure salary right there. Who here doesn't want that job? I'm just curious, how many of you guys here on Social Security? Is it paying enough? How many of you here are going through your pension? You think you're going to make it to the end of it? How many of you here are out of a job or don't want to go back to work? How many of you are general contractors? How many of you are sick and tired dealing with employees? How many of you just like to sit back and do gardening and just trade in the morning and just hang out all day? I mean, I know it's a dumb question. Give me a dumb answer. Yes. But how do you get that dream job? Is by learning from successful traders and be able to adapt of what they're preaching. Listen, I know a lot of you here are not going to probably move forward with a lot of people here, but somebody's going to click. And if it's not me, it's somebody else. But just always remember one thing. If you don't move forward Cybertrade University, you're going to need a mentor regardless. And if you don't, I'm just telling you right now, I'll give you a phone number right now. If you don't want to do it right, I'll give you a phone number. I'll give you a really good broker right here in New York. The name of the company is called Goldman Sachs. I'd rather just you call them up and give your money to them if you don't want to do it right. But if you like the idea of how much money you can make and you don't want to deal with that, then do it right. So get involved. Let's do it the right way. So remember, every one of you need to learn from mentors. Every one of you. And it all starts from there because it just becomes easy after that. It really does. Now, are any of you here part of a trading room? Anyone here trading with a group right now? Any of you guys going out there and doing classes every morning and getting ready and working with other traders? Some of you are. Rudy, you're not. Okay, that's okay, no problem. Now, for some of you that are, I always tell everybody, just because you are, another thing is not every group's a good group. Okay, how do you know that? Look at the other traders, see if they're making money. But everyone has to be in a group. Everyone has to be in a trading room. Okay, that's the first thing. Listen, I started the first trading room before any of them were out there, and there's a reason why all of them are starting to pop up left and right. But once again, you need to be working with somebody. You can't be doing this by yourself. You can't be sitting and waiting for, fast money to tell you what to do or Kramer coming on. You got to work with people, bounce ideas, but they got to make sure you're dealing with a successful team. Anyone here follow football? Anyone here follow sports? Okay. Rudy says that was the best statement you made this morning. Well, thank you very much, Rudy. Listen, regarding about sports, listen, unfortunately, I'm a New York Jet fan, okay? And one of our biggest enemies are the New England Patriots. And I can't stand the New England Patriots, but you know what? I respect them. You know why? Because they always win. Okay, they've been beating us for the past 20 years. Now, why is that? They're a great team, and you know what? I know people that would take a pay cut just to go work for them, because they want to win that championship. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. You want to find that winning team, and the only way, listen, it's not just looking at the score on TV. It's being part of that organization. But everyone here needs to be part of an organization, so you got to be part of a group. But by doing that, you want to log in and you want to sample it. So this is what I'm looking to do. Listen, there's a reason why Cyber Trading University has been featured. I've done speaking for the NFL. I've been training NFL players how to be very, after they finish their career, so they can start managing their own money. Widely published my book, How to Be Market Makers at Their Own Game. They don't really publish too many people out there. I've done presentations for Charles Schwab, Tom Sosnor for Thinkorswim. I was just on TradeStation this morning, TD Ameritrade. Listen, these companies right here. Thank you, Norm says, I never apologize for being a Jet fan. No, listen, I'm a season ticket holder, this and that, but at the end of the day, you got to give credit when credit's due, right? You really do. But listen, a lot of these companies have done the due diligence. They would never put anybody in front of their audience if they knew what they taught did not work. So I've been vetted so many times with these brokerage firms, and there's a reason why they want me to speak to their audience, just like I'm speaking to you here today. Once again, it's not for everybody, but it's nice to know what it's all about. So this is what I'm offering everybody here. Once again, another $7 package. Okay, so let me explain to you. You're going to see this a lot. Okay, well, why are we asking for $7? Okay, I'm just going to be point blank with you. I don't make money $7. Okay, I actually lose money. And actually, if you're not happy, I'll give you $7 back. The $7 tells me if you're a real person. Okay. And listen, if you don't have $7 to spend, then obviously this is not for you. But let me tell you what you get for $7. You're going to get our professional, the original trading room for a week in the room. You're going to get 3 daily market meetings. You're going to get a morning and afternoon watch list. You're going to get your own personal education advisor. You're going to get live Q&A questions. You're going to get workshops, okay? And right now, if you do register, okay, for the first, I can only do 10 people, okay? First 10 people that register right now for $7, I will personally give you a coaching class. Now, people always get a kick of that. They're like, wait a minute, I don't understand. Wait, Fausto is going to talk to me? What do I have to offer? I'll tell you what you have to offer. If you're serious, I want to train you because you're going to make me money. Okay, I'm looking to recruit traders. So I am actually going to interview you. I'm not here to give away iPads. I'm not here to give you away, sign up and give you a brand new car or a trip, a cruise. Listen, I don't need to buy. You go buy your own stuff. It's nice to buy your own stuff because you could appreciate it, because say, I worked hard to make that. Okay, it sounds better when you go out there and you bought it than say, oh, I won this. Because say, wow, you must make good money. That's exactly right. I'll teach you how to buy your own Rolex watch. All right, you'll need someone to give it to you. But to do that, I'm looking for serious traders. For $7, you can call us up, or you can go to c2.com, or just go right to our website, cybertradinguniversity.com, and right here on the homepage of the site, it says, look to learn how to trade from the comfort of your own home. Click here to get started. Just click right there, and oops, that's the wrong one. That's the free one, which is like what you're doing right now. That's not it. There you go, crash course, tape reading crash course. There it is. First one, it's on the screen. Money back guarantee, $7. All right. So with that said, guys, I got about 2 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions? Here's the bonuses you're going to get: 100+ hours of recordings, 3 premium workshops, a consultation with Fausto for the first 10 people, probably over $2,500 worth of benefits and bonuses. I know it sounds like, why are you giving this stuff for free? Because I know I'm going to make a lot of money from you if you're going to take it seriously. But it starts off by paying $7, and then we'll go from there. And like I said, you don't like it, I'll give you $7 back. I don't need you $7. Trust me. That doesn't even cover the webinar technology. All right, guys, any other questions before I pass on the next speaker? Okay, so you have the link from Traders Talk Live. Just posted a link right there. You also have our phone number. You can give us a call, and we'll get you registered over the phone. All right, guys. So with that said, I'll give you about 2-3 minutes to go and do what you got to do, and then in the meantime, the next present's going to come on. Andreas has a question: where do you get level 3 access? That's a great question. I'm going to show you how to get level 3 access when you pay the $7. I'm not going to tell you, because you know what ends up happening. What is that going to accomplish? I'm going to make you dangerous. You're going to go out there, you're going to get it, and then you're going to try it, and the next thing you're going to blow up your account. Let me teach you, okay? What do you got to lose? It's $7. You want the level 3 access? Okay, it's $7. That's what's going to cost you. You got $7, you get level 3 trading. I'm going to give it to you, okay? Because you're going to see it in a trading room. There you go. If you can't afford $7, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, you can't afford to trade. All right. With that said, everyone, I'd like to thank Traders Talk for having me here. It was a great event. They got a lot of great speakers. Go out there, listen to all of them. Everybody here should buy something from everyone here. Do your homework, and then make your investment, your time with that mentor, whichever one you like, because everybody here needs not one, but more than one mentor. But if you're going to go out there and trade on your own, guys, you're going to blow up your account. I'm telling you right now, it's an 80% failure rate. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It'll ruin your life. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Traders Talk, for having me here, and everyone, happy trading.